And on to the Terix. Now this is going to be a little more exciting. Give me that. Give me all those Mirror Universe upgrades.
Oh, you made me sad. Not really, I don't care. But
what, the fact that everything the Romulans ever hoped to work with their Teryxes is actually Mirror Universe now?
Mm-hmm.
Poor Romulans. WizKids hates Romulans.
oh my god, not that again.
Not as bad as the Klingons, at least.
You mean with their 14 different birds of prey that are all actually different?
And strictly worse cloaked minds?
Can anybody else not connect to the chat room?
I'm in it right now. Tucker, how often does Battle Station podcast come out? Why not just use Ahab Picard? MFW is another Teryx. I.R.W.
Okay, whoa, Will, you are super cutting in and out.
Okay. Hello.
Sorry, say that again?
I.R.W. Teryx. We've got our 30-point Mirror Universe Teryx class ship. Has the same stat line, 3264. However, it comes with two, count them, two tech slots for the price of one, two weapon upgrade slots, and a crew upgrade slot. Standard Teryx action bar, and its ability, after you perform a green maneuver, you may immediately perform a scan action as a free action. That's pretty darn cool. I like free actions.
Yep.
No limit on the Excelsior, and does not have to have your shields up like high energy sensor sweep. Free scans for everybody.
But you do have to make a green maneuver, though, again, with an upcoming card that's a little bit less of a restriction. Even so, I mean, this is something Romulans want to do anyway, so...
Mm-hmm.
Free actions are great, and when it's not coming from a captain, I think it's even better.
I completely agree with that, especially considering this is scan. Free scan action is one of the best things in the game just because of Spock.
I really like the two tech slots on the upgrade bar too.
Oh yeah, two tech upgrade slots on the Scimitar, giving it two interface generators was already pretty strong and hilariously fun.
None of the 50,000 Romulan Teryxes have two tech slots, though, right?
Nope.
Correct. And how many weapon upgrades does this have?
2.
Oh, that might be important later.
Indeed. Let's see. The generic version sadly loses one of its two tech slots, but yeah, we're not going to be playing that one anyway, right?
Yup.
Captain Tomalak, mirror unique. So if you wanted to, you could run him with regular Tomalak.
What does Tomalak do again?
They don't get their bonus for being at range 3.
So I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually matter if I can run him with normal Tomalak or not, because I don't think I'm ever going to run normal Tomalak.
Bothers me that they're releasing ships that never actually existed. This ship existed, it just did not actually exist in the Mirror Universe. It existed in the Prime Universe.
Oh my god! It was the ship in all good things! The Terix is the Romulan ship in all good things! Am I seriously the only one who knows this?
Yes, because I know it as the one that was stalking Picard while they were looking for the Pegasus.
It's both.
I knew that.
Thank you.
Look at that smug look on Joseph's face. That's a lion face. That's a Ferengi face. Look at those lobes. Fine. It's an all good things ship, and it's coming from the all good things prize pack venue. There, I said it. It actually almost makes sense.
Like that makes sense.
That's ridiculous, especially with the Klingon ship we got from the last one, where the moon was falling into a planet.
Well, shut up.
Yeah.
This Tomalak's pretty good, though.
Oh yeah, what? I suppose I should actually say what it does. Tomalak, 3-point Mirror Universe unique captain for skill, 1 talent slot. When attacking with your primary weapon, if there is a scan token beside your ship, during the modify attack dice step, you may reroll all of your blank results once. Best thing about this is...
Go ahead.
I think we're both going to say the same thing. Combos with all the upgrade. Yeah. Combos with Spock. Fine. Be simple and straightforward about it in my dramatic entrance. But yes, for those of you who don't know, the rule of 1 scan token per upgrade ability is 4 upgrades. If you're using it for things like a captain or a ship or an admiral, which are not upgrades, they don't actually, use up the token. You can use the scan token to trigger Tomalak, and you can use it to trigger Spock.
Now, people have already said to me, but Tucker, you could already do that with Worf and Spock, and the answer is yes, but now I can run Tomalak and Spock on one ship and Worf and Drex on the other.
And we all love Thomas Spock. What? Romulan Vulcan reunification. It's thematic, people.
I was just thinking that, actually.
Thomas Spock.
What ship would you guys run him on?
Something with a ton of attack dice?
Borg.
Yeah, pro.
Yeah, that his low skill doesn't hurt you as bad there either, because you're not going to get blown up.
Queen Vessel Prime.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 is 6. Queen Vessel Prime.
Officer Exchange Program, Jesus.
With which one? You'd have to be Mirror.
Yeah. Oh, that's so terrible. You get to put Mirror Worf on your other ship.
Yeah. There we go. We're gonna put this on the Defiant with strafing attack and jazz. This could work in the kind of the assimilated Burrell style ship playment.
Playment?
Look, it's a word, and I was trying to say something. I'm not sure what word it is. You know what I was talking about.
You look. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna put this in Queen Vessel Prime and Spock on one side. Okay, and then on the other, I'm gonna have Mirror Riker, invaluable advice, and a set of magnetic guided charges on a sphere or something.
You want a lower skill than Tomalak on your Queen Vessel Prime, not on your Queen Vessel Prime.
Shut up.
But yes, we get the idea.
Well,
See, we all shut up sometimes, except Joseph, because Joseph already knows all this. But yes.
Yeah, he's good on board ships. That's the ticket.
Especially the ones that use the scan tokens, like Queen Vessel or the Scout 255, if anyone still plays that.
608 for life.
Yep.
I want to do a 3 straight followed by a 3 straight followed by a 3 straight.
Do I have a ship for you?
Yeah, and then you can put engage and impulse drive on it.
Ugh. Deception. 5-point Mirror Universe talent. At the start of the combat phase, before any ships have attacked, if there is not a battle station token beside your ship, you may discard this card to place 1 battle station token beside your ship. In addition, if your ship is cloaked, you may place 1 evade token beside your ship, even if there is 1 there already. So, invaluable advice with an extra little bonus on the end.
So important to note it's not an action, right?
Yep.
Yeah. How many points is it?
5.
Uh,
Little too expensive
pricey,
for my blood.
But if you're running a fleet captain, so where all elite talents are basically an equal cost.
you can find something better to do. What?
And we already know what that talent's going to be, and we're going to be talking about it next week. But
I see where you're going with it. Yes.
but yes, considering the other talents out there, you're not going to use this in place of like Rebellion or, well, Lure, and we'll get to that next week.
That's the whole show next week.
Oh,
probably.
Man. You should put lure on lore.
A lure?
A lure.
Alluring lore?
Alert, yes.
I'm probably going to have to break out the whole, space map thing again and do like little images and visual aids just to prove how bad lore is. But
And
until
by
then,
bad, you mean incredibly powerful.
Oh yeah, I mean broken. Long-range scanners, though, in the meantime. 3-point Mirror Universe tech upgrade. Action, perform a scan action, and then place an auxiliary power token beside your ship. During the end phase, if there is a scan token beside your ship, you may discard this card to leave that token beside your ship instead of removing it. This upgrade costs +3 for any ship other than a Teryx class.
It's discard?
Only if you want to keep the scan token by your ship at the end of the turn.
Mm.
So, not necessary, but it's a thing you could do if you really wanted to.
It's an interesting kind of dynamic. It's new, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's an X-wing a lot, right?
Keeping a token of some sort? I think so. I haven't kept up with X-wing that closely lately.
I don't know if there's a huge advantage in this case, but if it's the first of many, I find the mechanic interesting.
Mm-hmm. The +3 for any ship other than a Teryx class, though, is kind of the killer. Because, number one, who wants to play Teryx? And, number two, well, you're getting an auxiliary power token off of this anyway. Otherwise, I think it'd be great for, you know, some soft countering to Cloaked Mines. Giving all the ships that don't have the scan action the ability to scan. And still remain cloaked. Auxiliary power token's not the coolest, but if you're using your tech slot on this, you're probably not using your tech slot on advanced cloaking device. Or just advanced cloaking. I like being able to take scan actions. Too expensive, though. Concurrence?
Oh yeah, it's way 6 points is way too expensive.
Yeah, it's sort of a neat ability, but I feel like I'm looking at this and going, for 6 points, I can probably just get scan as a free action every round somehow.
And the opportunity cost for the other techs that you could be playing on a Teryx especially is even worse than the points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Techs are rare and one of the most valuable slots in the game.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting thing, by the way. One of the things that doing Battle Station has taught me is that techs are the best slots for unique abilities and for Cloaked Mines, obviously, but the best slot in the game at this point is probably crew. Crew just gives you so many options for quality.
You need to have enough of them, though.
Yeah, you do. I mean, that's the thing. And honestly, 1 or even 2 or even 1 is usually enough if you have the room to put some extras on there. But like a ship with no crew upgrades, Dauntless, is generally not going to be doing so well unless it's absurdly strong to begin with, like the Bioship.
On the other hand, though, if you're looking at a ship that's basically you're running with a captain and another upgrade, I'm sooner going to fill the tech upgrade slot before I'm going to fill a crew upgrade slot.
Say that one more time.
If I'm looking at very bare ships, which is going to be maybe a captain and maybe one other upgrade, it's probably going to be a tech upgrade before it's going to be a crew upgrade.
Not if that crew upgrade is Drex or Spock.
Nope, still rather have Cloaked Mines.
Okay, that's different.
But beside Cloaked Mines.
Besides Cloaked Mines, I'm going to put another set of Cloaked Mines. If you put them right next to each other, look at the big area of stuff that you kind of... Oh, sorry, that's not what you were talking about.
For more on this subject, refer to Will's podcast on Cloaked Mines that he mentions every damn episode.
Star Trek State of the Federation, Episode 2. I think it was Episode 2. That was really old. Check us out on YouTube. Let's see, what's next up? Additional rules, faction, mirror universe, whatever. Let's see, the Teryx card movement, no. Mirror universe, one generic captain, no. Tybak. Tybak? 4-point mirror universe crew. Action. If your ship is not cloaked, disable all of your remaining shields. Target a ship at range 1 to 2 that is not cloaked and has no active shields. Discard this card to steal 1 crew upgrade on the target ship, even if it exceeds your ship's restrictions. I've got Croesus. And Croesus is better.
A lot better, and for only 1 more point.
This is... Yeah.
The problem is, if you're having trouble hurting a ship to begin with, they're probably still having shields, and that's not going to get. You're not going to get around that to get that crew that's causing you problems.
And if you've knocked their shields down, your actions are usually better spent getting dice quality to finish them off, right?
Murder and death.
Murder is the solution to everything, almost.
If you can't solve all your problems by killing it, you're not doing it enough.
That's correct. The best status to inflict is dead.
So sadly, poor Tybak, you're going back in the box, and if I really needed your ability, I'm taking superior intellect.
We know.
On a mirror ship, you might not have points for Croesus or that and play him, but it's a shame to have to do that. Your points are dictating that.
On a mirror ship, you can still get 3rd or 4th of 5, which is discard range 1 to 2 and target any upgrade, and just discard it.
Yeah, through shields. Yeah, he would be 2nd of 5. Yeah, you'd use him. That's true.
Sorry, Tybak. We don't like you. That and stealing's been really hit hard ever since you can't steal your own things. Like, if you could steal your own thing with this guy, maybe.
Does anybody ever actually steal their own stuff now that Wayne Barrel isn't a thing?
Oh,
no. Sorry. Does anybody? I meant to say, does anybody ever actually steal their opponent's stuff now that you don't need it to stop like Wayne Barrel or something?
Not really. I mean,
I haven't seen it in a while, and it can get discarded now pretty easily, right?
Which one?
What you steal can be discarded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you steal a dorsal phaser array, it gets discarded. If you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
for certain things,
just use something cheaper to discard it.
Why spend the extra points to steal it if it's only going to get discarded instead of just discarding it in the first place?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
For fewer points. But no, the only things I really tried to steal back in the day were either taking out the conditional surrender crewman with Croesus, or stealing actually a Borg's ablative hull armor, just because it denied them 4 hit points and gave me 4 hit points, so that was like a +8 gain. And ever since the point-based ruling came in, or the point-based suggested tournament point format, Borg ablative hull armor has not been a thing. Because, yeah.
No, I certainly haven't seen it.
Maybe feedback pulse, but I haven't seen that in a long time either. And if it was feedback pulse, they would have used it long before their shields were down. Though 7 of 9 might be a good comeback now with a lot of tech upgrades.
Yeah, 7 of 9, if your opponent is running cloaked mines, is just hilarious.
It's like, oh, better dump these. That would be exceptionally hilarious if you could manage to get your ships into such a position that he couldn't drop cloaked mines anywhere, so he would have to keep them.
Right, and you could. It would be great because you could just drop cloaked mines every single turn.
All right, but enough of our poor man's fantasies and pink unicorns that are invisible. Additional phaser array, the card that we all care about. Maybe? Do we care about this card? I don't know. It's a cool card. 2-point Mirror Universe weapon upgrade. When attacking with your primary weapon, add a ship in your forward firing arc, gain +1 attack die. Also note, this is not unique. This upgrade may only be purchased for a Teryx class ship, and no ship may be equipped with more than 1 additional phaser array upgrade.
But you could definitely put on a Type 8 phaser array on the same time.
Yes. So that's plus 2 attack dice. Or you could put this on the board version of the ship, which is also a Deredex class.
Or you could put this and type a phaser bank on the Hakona, which has 2 weapon slots and is also a Deredex class.
And then run it with 6 science vessels.
Yeah, buddy.
12 attack dice while cloaked. That's what we're talking about.
Shoop da whoop.
And we need to get more tribbles in here because that brings us up to 13, obviously. I need to make tribbles a thing again. I should start playing them more often. They're lots of fun. Who's with me? Who's with me for the tribble revolution?
To get a Deredex up to 5 attack, you're adding 5 points onto it?
6 points because you're paying faction penalties for both the mirror one and the Federation one.
So this one you can... The mirror one you can do for 5, a Romulan one for 6?
Yes.
Which puts it at 36 points?
Yes.
Unless you have Sakona.
36 for a 5-2-6-4, basically.
Unless you have Sakona.
Unless you have Sakona. Which becomes like 2 points.
Yeah. I mean,
Pine
there
Cone
already
gets
is that
me.
4 attack to Deredex for what, 32? So, and that no one plays that, so I don't know if it gets the job done. It's like the Rotosha thing. It's certainly worth its points. I would never play the ships without it, but I don't think it makes them competitive.
Yeah, I still wouldn't play the ships. Like there was a while, especially near the beginning of the game, where I was trying to make the Deredexes work, and it wasn't too bad back then. But especially now, like they cannot maneuver. The single backup maneuver as part of their maneuverability is just not enough without the 180 arc. Oh, Griffin's with me too. I've got 2 followers for the Tribble Revolution, guys. And that was only in the last 5 minutes, man. We're going places. Steel Borg, a blade of hull armor for the Valjean. Yep. Terrace. What about Terrace? Oh! Terrace can let you fire your primary weapon in any direction. That could help. Because the phaser rays would work. So that'd be 5 attack dice any direction. That's kind of Borgy. Except cloaked.
She's gonna need... Well, the Kazara has the 3 crew slots, right?
Funnily enough, Sakona is a crew and doesn't do much when she makes all your weapons cheaper.
Yeah.
Toss her out the airlock. If you throw tribbles on there, you can toss Cyrano Jones out the airlock too.
Now we're getting somewhere.
I like tossing people out of airlocks.
Have you guys played with Teryx yet?
I have not actually. I just found it a lot easier to just go Borg.
Yeah.
But in theory, it's pretty darn good, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, the 360, and it's 360 to range 3, right? Yeah, she definitely is range 3. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
She and the Dominion aft weapons array and the dorsal weapons array are like the only. She and the Dominion aft weapons array are the only 4+ attack die range 3 360s in the game right now.
and she's got her own disadvantage. I guess you have to discard a crew instead of disabling. One of the things that isn't great about her is her low captain skill, but those Romulan the Romulan security guards are also excellent airlock fodder. So there could be something there.
I actually don't like them for airlock fodder because if I'm using them, I feel like I'm using them for a purpose other than that. Otherwise, I'd just be using Param and Bakra.
Right.
And I like having a high captain skill. But I guess if it could be like a little toolbox. If you're running up against someone that doesn't have a high captain skill guy, you can toss them and still be like the highest captain skill. Then I would do so. But yeah.
Yeah, I think Tucker's right. You definitely want Sakona for 1 slot for sure, because she's paying for herself.
Mm-hmm. You
And
can still
then-
get another weapon out of it, though. I'm not sure what you'd put on in addition to the phaser arrays.
Yeah.
Unless it's something like, is fire at will a weapon? Or is that like fire all
What?
weapons?
Yeah.
Is Fire at Will I think Fire at Will is an elite talent?
There's something there that's mirror. I'm going to have to look it up again. Let's look it up.
Yeah, one's fire at will, which is an elite talent or not, and one's a 7-point mirror universe weapon.
Yeah. It's like you can fire this and you can fire your primary weapon.
Yeah, but that one is super expensive if it's not on a Galaxy Sovereign or Intrepid.
Is it?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's like
unfortunate.
plus 7 points or something.
It's ridiculous.
Well, that's
Fire all
unfortunate.
weapons, yeah, is what it's called.
Galaxy, Intrepid, or Sovereign. Well, Teryx is definitely not one of those. I think it should be, though.
For just this case. I'm just seeing what the... So the Kazara is 3 crew, 1 tech, 1 weapon, and Sakona gives you the extra weapon slot to
Yep.
get both of them on.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it.
And it's getting an extra attack die while it's cloaked.
6 dice. I like it. I like it a lot. So, Teryx, as a prize ship, what do you guys think? Not bad. I mean, I would take one, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get one, and I don't really see the need to pursue any others because I don't really play Daenerys ever, and that's the only non-unique card in this pack that I would. In fact, is that the only non-unique card in this pack, or is that Scan Token 1?
That scan one's also non-unique.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah. But I like this one and the Klingon one from QOP2. I haven't really felt the need to get either of those. Or even the POG.
What does that have? That Riker that puts your... No, that's from the Pegasus.
There's a
he has
record
an
that puts you
action
at
to make
skill
your
10 as
captain
an
skill 10.
action. That's the POG.
Yeah, that's not. You don't want that.
I don't know. A lot of these prizes haven't been striking my fancy really. Like compared to like the Sakharov, which just basically changes the game. Seems a little silly, but
Sakharov changes the game. The hood had some good stuff on it.
oh yeah. So they had some fun
Yeah.
stuff. I would take multiples of those, but like there doesn't seem to be any middle ground really.
You know what I want? You know what I want? Multiples of
Tholians.
Creighton.
Multiple Creighton.
No,
What?
multiple Creighton. Conditional surrender. All my ships.
Yeah.
Conditional surrender's not unique.
It's
It's not unique.
And
Because
no,
that
it's
was
not. It is
before
not
talents
unique.
were all unique.
It is. You can seriously do Sopak conditional surrender and Wayun conditional surrender in the same fleet. It is awesome.
I did it at one
But-
of our games last night or last
But-
week.
That's terrific.
It's amazing. But and also, by the way, until it became a retail release, I would have said the Sutherland. I love Nebula classes.
When did it become a retail
You
release?
love Nebula classes.
Well, the Phoenixes.
Oh, gotcha. Cool.
That's just a ship I want for the ship. Like I think that's the only prize ship. Now that there are 10 million Burrells, I think that's the only prize ship I want just for the generic ship.
What does the generic come in at? 24 points?
Something like that. It's a 4-2-4-3, I think. Let me check that. Yeah, 24 points, 4-1-4-3. Pardon me. But you put a phase array on that, you can run 4 of them in 120 if you want.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It's a good candidate for
Mhm.
dorsal phaser array.
It is, and
Teasers.
you can
lot worse than Voyager and 3 nebulas with dorsal phasor arrays and a 3-point captain somewhere. Or a bunch of 1-point captains, because that's apparently a thing you can do in Federation now.
Or a bunch of OXP captains, since you're not really using any other resources.